no one is really ready for this truth. Even the most devoted fans, who for years dedicated their time, love and lives to follow in Jungkook's every step, never thought that behind the serenity of his smile, hidden a secret so great, so shaking, so unimaginable. During this time, the public only knew small snippets of Jungkook's personal life. The media compete fiercely for a snapshot of her daily activities, and fans unpack every detail of her posts to find the hidden meaning. But none of them, not a single one, came close to the shocking reality that was finally revealed today. A secret property, a luxurious Risod, and a content in it that, if true, could be the turning point of his entire life and career direction. Over the past 2 years, this Risod has never appeared in public documents, never mentioned in contracts, never talked about by anyone from Jungkook's inner circle. He is not registered in his name, nor in the name of his family, nor HYB, nor any property agency affiliated with BTS. But after months of quiet investigation, along with leaked documents from mysterious sources and indirect confirmation from someone close to the idol, it all began to coalesce in an eerie and thrilling pattern that it is secluded in a beach area that is not even listed on the tourist map of South Korea. Surrounded by steep cliffs and a deep blue sea, the building rises majestically but is camouflaged from aerial view by reflective roofs and artificial vegetation. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary exclusive property, but the contents inside? This is where it all starts to turn into more than just news. It's not just about wealth. It's about identity, about the past, and about something that seems to be preparing for the future. The documents we obtained show that this Risod has been in construction since mid-2022, right in the days when rumors about BTS's hiatus began to spread. Interestingly, there is not a single public trace of this development. No IMB, building permit, application in the relevant name, no massive property transactions reported, not even construction traffic visible from satellite data in the months of construction. Everything is very neatly disguised, almost too neatly. Someone who is very good at hiding things is behind all this. And all traces eventually lead to one name: Jungkook. What exactly is in the Risod that makes it all such a big secret? Why should it be hidden so extreme, even from its own agency? And the biggest question, does the content of this building really have the potential to change everything? Our source, who managed to sneak into Risod, identity withheld for safety, delivered a description that gives goosebumps. Risod's interior is designed not just as a luxury residence, but as a kind of personal control center. There are soundproofed rooms with advanced monitoring technology, private galleries with works of art unknown to the public, to a mysterious basement guarded by biometric security systems. Inside, documents and artifacts were also found that purport to point to a grand plan that Jungkook had been secretly preparing for a long time. Something that will not only affect his career in the entertainment industry, but perhaps transcend all boundaries he has ever known. One of the most surprising findings is the existence of a secret room behind the main gallery. The room is filled with world maps, handwritten notes in several languages, satellite photos, and a digital projection that cannot be accessed except by one specific biometric identity: Jungkook. What exactly is it monitoring? What does that have to do with the locations on the map? And why is all this done secretly? One sentence was found written on Risod's digital wall: "Only when the time comes will everything be in sight." That door has no handles, no locks, no gaps, as if it should not be opened. But when our source, who at incredible risk of infiltrating the hidden Risod, managed to access it by touching a glass pane that scanned the pulse and artificial fingerprints synthesized from the leaked biometric data, the room opened, not with sound, but with deafening silence. What he saw behind the door could not be called ordinary, even by the standards of an eccentric billionaire. There is no luxury. There are no crystals. There is no Italian marble. Just glowing white light, cold iron floors, and huge screens that display real-time data from different corners of the world. Wind speed in the Caribbean. Fluctuations in shares of technology companies in Silicon Valley. CCTV footage from small hidden ports in Southeast Asia. Everything is connected in a certain pattern that, if you're observant enough, will alert you to one thing: It's not a resting place. This is not an escape. This is the control center. The question is, control over what? In the middle of the room was a single chair. Ergonomic. Specially designed. In front of him, a flat table contained a retinal scanner and a small hole that could only be identified as a DNA data accessor. Our source believes, and this is based on clues from a digital schematic found in one hidden drive, that the system will only turn on if it recognizes the owner's blood. Jungkook. Not fingerprints. Not a voice. Blood. But here's what makes it all the more jarring. At the bottom of the screens was a line in Korean that directly translates, "When the stage is no longer able to hold sound, then the world must hear it from a place it never knew." Who wrote that sentence? Jungkook? Or someone higher than him? Or is it a code? The next discovery made time seem to stop. Behind the main wall panel, a safe with 3 layers of protection was found: retina, sound, and heart rate. We do not know how our source managed to penetrate it. He did not elaborate on the technical details, perhaps for his own safety. But its contents were the beginning of this information disaster. Inside the safe, there was an old journal with a leather cover and fine engravings that were almost impossible to read. The handwriting on it was identified as Jungkook's after being compared to a handwritten letter from a fan letter that went viral on social media years ago. That journal contains more than just a heartwarming outpouring, but a confession. On one of the starting pages, the following sentence is written: "I'm tired of being a symbol. Tired of being the face of something I don't even fully believe in. So I built this place. To see the world from where no one sees it. I don't know if I still believe in this industry, in those who call me the golden mean, or in those who create dreams over my body. But I know, one day, I'll have to choose. Either keep singing or start talking my own way. And if you think that's enough shaking, wait until you hear this part." The journal also contains secret meeting notes. With who? With the world's great figures who never preached close to Jungkook. There are names of tech billionaires. There is the name of the spiritual leader. There are names of political figures from countries that do not even have diplomatic relations with South Korea. Dates and locations are clearly stated, complete with concise transcripts of the contents of their talks. One of the so-called meetings took place in Switzerland, just 2 days before Jungkook performed on BTS's anniversary stage. In his notes, he wrote, "I stood on stage with 70,000 people cheering for me, when 2 days before I had just signed something that this entertainment world did not even know about." What did he sign? Why did so many important figures of the world meet with him secretly? And what does all this have to do with the secret Risod that seems to be a global information control center? One part of the journal, which is now viral because it leaked to a limited circle of army fanatics, spread secretly through underground forums, reads, "When I sang Still With You, I was saying goodbye, but not the army." On stage. "The mask I've been wearing for so long,